many of my younger guys ask me, saying, hey Mario, can you do a short bit about what are the different types of freight forwarding? So in general, there's 3 different types of freight forwarders, in my opinion. There is a freight forwarder that really handles ocean freight. There's a freight forwarder that handles air freight. And then what I call, there's a documentation freight forwarders, that basically handle a bunch of this documentation. So let's talk about each of these segments very quickly. So number 1, the ocean freight forwarder, obviously normally brokers space on ships, handles trucking, importing and exporting, but really their main task is to really find an ocean carrier that can provide freight rates at a really reasonable rate that you can then upmark to our customer, which we refer to as an NVOCC, non-vessel operating common carrier. I always mess that word up. The number 2 was the air freight, very similar to the ocean freight, just very specific, right? And I have noticed that most of the ocean freight forwarders are not very good at air freight, and none of the air freight guys are very good at ocean freight. My specialty is ocean freight, so we are actually using an air freight forwarder if we are offering air freight to our clients, because they are a lot better at what they do. So the air freight forwarders are basically doing the same thing what we're doing on the ocean. They know all the air carriers, they're really well known when it comes to dangerous goods, and they really know what they do. The last aspect of it is the documentation freight forwarder, which I really call our traditional freight forwarder. Back in the day, a freight forwarder rarely negotiated a freight rate. They were really an extension of a documentation or booking team from our customers. And that really has changed quite a bit, where that service segment almost died, where a lot of people are not really handling it anymore, where now a lot of people are actually converting back. So a lot of big companies previously now using freight forwarders to scale their business because it's more flexible than hiring their own employees, and many times they can't hire employees fast enough. So those are the 3 main segments of freight forwarding. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.